I'm Beth from Maison Foo Theatre Company and welcome to the Museum of Me. Hello. So today I'm going to guide you through a process of creating your own museum and turning a room in your own house into a museum of me. Well, not of me, of you, but because it's your museum, you'll call it, maybe, the Museum of Me. So, you don't really need a lot. The first thing you need, museum experts, is a curious mind, because I want you to think about, if you were making a museum of me for yourself, what would you put in it? If you were to look around your house and choose some objects that mean something to you, or it might be something that's linked to your family story. But what we're looking for is objects that might be favourite things or things that have a certain story attached to them. So I have chosen today my best friend, my doggie, who I've had since I was a very little girl. This is Shandy. Say hello. I've chosen this spoon, which looks like any old spoon, but to me it's very important because it was my great-grandma's spoon and it reminds me of her whenever I bake. So I have a story that I could tell people in my museum about my grandma and my family. The third thing I've chosen today for my Museum of Me is this. It's a luggage label that says on it Dublin, which is the capital city in Ireland, and it's where my granddad's from. And I went on a journey to retrace his steps a few years ago, and I keep this now in my office to make me smile and remember that journey of looking back into my family story. So step one, find the objects you'd like to be part of your museum. So what we're going to need today is nothing special really to make this. I've just got a collection of cardboard boxes I've collected. I found some old bits of like tissue paper. I think some shoes came wrapped in this, and I think a present came wrapped in this. Some wool would be useful if you might want to tie things up, like I've tied my Museum of Me sign up. Other things, a few pens to use. I've got a couple of pegs because I think pegs are quite good for maybe pegging things on to places without damaging things, because remember, I'd hate for you to hurt your house. So whatever you do, make sure that you check with your mum and dad if it's okay, or your carer, if it's okay to put things where you're putting them. I've also got some sellotape and some strong gaffer tape, because that's quite good for sometimes sticking boxes together. The other thing, which is quite useful, is some fabrics. You might want to cover certain things to make them look a bit more special. So this could be old fabric you've got lying about, or if you haven't got any fabric, then maybe borrow a pillowcase or a duvet or a blanket. But really the idea is you don't need anything I've said, it's about what you want to do. I'm just going to give you some ideas today as to what I did as I got creatively going. So, for example, I decided with my great-grandma's spoon that I wanted to hang it special and make it look all special and make it look more than just a spoon to me. So I took this box, I put some holes in the top, and just gonna quickly, hopefully, thread this through. Come on. Oh, it's being a bit cheeky. I'm going to thread this through. Okay. And then I can tie it inside the box as if it's a specially presented spoon now. And again, I didn't really know what to do. I just was playing with boxes and thought, how can I present this? And then I grabbed some tissue paper, and I thought a nice bit of purple behind it made it look even more special. Ooh! And then, where's that gone? I made a little plaque for it that told you exactly what it was. Bear with me a moment, I'm just going to disappear and find it. And she's back. I made a little plaque that says Nanny Peg's spoon, my great grandma. And then I'm going to attach that into my spoon. And what I've done on top of that is I've took a bit of a cereal box. As you can see, I've turned it round, I've drawn the shape of a frame on it with my black felt tip pen. I've cut out the middle. Now I'm going to slot it into this front of this box, and ta-da! I have now a very special place for my spoon to sit, which is going to be put in my museum a bit later. So another idea I had, so I cut some more frames out of cardboard just with a pen. I drew it, and I've stuck a peg on the back so that I can then quite easily take my, because I was thinking how could I present my luggage label really specially. So I'm gonna peg it into the back of here, and I'm gonna get some of my blue tissue paper, and then ta-da! That looks a lot more special. But what you really need to think about is, as I say, what objects you've chosen to put in your museum, why they're special to you, and what's the story connected to it. So if you were then doing a guided tour of your museum for friends or family, you could tell them a story about why these objects are important to you, and before you know it, you've just presented a piece of theatre. See you in a bit. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope it's inspired you to think about making your own museum of me. If you're going to be doing it as part of your arts award, remember to take photos or film bits so that you can prove for part A that you've been doing things, and if you want to use it for part C, make sure you film the whole process so that that can be used as evidence to show your brilliant museums. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's all about taking stories that mean things to you in your family history or just in your history, and looking at how you might present them to make your own museum. Enjoy it. Be creative, go wild in the aisles, and enjoy putting your story out there. Good luck. I hope you've enjoyed today, and take care. Bye bye.